attention please. As we embark on the start of a new season of Rugby League, Keighley Cougars would like to take a moment to remember those we have loved and lost in the last 12 months. In particular, Noel Aspinall, who since 4 years old has been a supporter of Keighley Cougars home and away. Noel died on his 78th birthday on October the 8th, 2024. His granddaughter Meredith Aspinall is today's matchday mascot alongside Jack Miller. Noel can be heard from all four corners of the ground, and we ask you to join with us for a 13-second applause in memory of family, friends and acquaintances who are no longer with us today. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise, it's cue time. Let's go.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to Cougar Park. This one should have some bite. It is the Keighley Cougars against the Midlands Hurricanes, one of the big standout ties on League One's third round. Well, joining me on commentary on this one is Jimmy Mack. Already there's been a result this afternoon, and that was down in southwest Cornwall, where Cornwall have picked up their first win of the season, a 32-22 win over Newcastle, and it will be Jordan Schofield, and that is just the start that interim head coach Johnny Hedges would have wanted. There was a little bit of hesitancy there from the Midland Hurricanes, and immediately it's going to be Miller looking for those willing, running big forwards and the 5 out from that Midlands try line. So an early examination of the Midland Hurricanes defence. Another big strong carry charge towards the line here. Keighley moving the ball over on that right hand side with Miller. Miller steps back on the inside. He's wrapped up there by Tom Horner. Referee for this one from Castleford, Kevin Moore. He says that's the last. They're going to try and power over on the power play, the Keighley Cougars, and that is one of those Warrington loanees, Nolan Tapia, who is held up there on the last one. Quickly go through the two teams for those that are joining us either on West Yorkshire Radio or are joining us on syndicated coverage on the Keighley Cougars live stream this afternoon. It's Brandon Pickersgill at fullback, big three-quarter liner, Brad Holroyd at Ewan Smith, Adam Ryder, Bill Walkley returns to action. The halves are Isaac Farrell and Jack Miller. The forwards Jordan Schofield, George Flanagan, who will captain the Cougars this afternoon, Brad England. We've got Tony Bentley, Nolan Tapua, Lucas Green, and the triumvirate of Warrington Wolves loanees. And on the bench, Aaron Brown, Mark Ione, Leo Aliu and Lewis Hatton. For Midland Hurricanes, great welcome back both Manny Crimes and Jake Sweeting. So it's Todd Horner at fullback, in three-quarter line, Manny Crimes, Ryan Johnson, Ross Oakes, Lewis Roberts. Look out for him and his speed on this main stand touchline in this World Cup. Jake Sweeting is fully measured in the half. No, Callum McClellan is John Kirby, Aidan Roden, Elliot Morrison front row, back row Tom Wilkinson, Aaron Willis. Loose forward is former Super League man Mikey Wood, and all need to change bench. Hills Daniel Barker, Marcus Green, Ellis Hobson, and what a name, Zeus Zoo. As I said, Mark Dunning comes into this fixture with the Midland Hurricanes unbeaten. 2 from 2, albeit they did drop a point in their last game against Workington. Keighley, winners, desperate, they'll be looking to register their first win of the season in their first competitive home game in League One, and they are on the last tackle on halfway with Miller. A couple of metres inside the Midlands hand, boots the ball, catches the win, good take there from Lewis Roberts, but an equally impressive big chase there as we saw Bill Walkley there come in and also wrap him up, also Bentley involved in that one. Good afternoon, Jimmy Mack. Where do you see this one going? This one promises to be a real ripper here at Cougar Park this afternoon.
It will be very hard to make a prediction. I think we've got two teams who we expect to see at the top of the table come the end of the season. Both sides very strong, not many players missing for either team, so should be a great afternoon. You just need to look at the benches today to see how strong both sides are. So I think it's a coin toss game, but lovely afternoon for it, isn't it? I feel like we're getting into spring rugby now, so conditions are perfect. Solid start from both teams. I'm not calling it yet with you.
Well, just seen Sweeting, high-hanging kick taken by Pickers. 0-0. 4 minutes gone on the clock. There is certainly a lot of physicality, a lot of power on those two bruising benches. As we see Keighley now with Flanagan, his former Bradford teammate, who's now takes shot at halfway, feeling for a penalty, non-forthcoming. But it's another quick play, the ball from the Keighley Cougars. Miller's on halfway, on the last tackle. That'll mean a kick out of dummy half from George Flanagan. He'll kick towards the far stand corner, turning the Midland Hurricanes around. When they met last month, it was Keighley 7, Midlands 6. There was a lot of character, spirit and togetherness and a lot of pride in that performance by the Keighley Cougars, and certainly importantly the ability to work hard in defence and hold on for the club's only competitive win thus far in 2025. Certainly, when we spoke to George Hodgson earlier this week, he felt that one can use some of what happened in that 1895 Cup win against the Midlands this afternoon. Well, Midland Hurricanes, they're 30 metres in field and they're in a centre field position, so it will be out of dummy half from Horner, the former Bradford Bulls Academy manager. Took 20 out from the Keighley line on the last. They're going to shift on that left-hand side. They're going to run it with the back row forward. Aaron Willis. Willis' run is halted 5 metres out. Interesting now, Jimmy, we've seen both Keighley and Midlands inside each other's 20. No kick. They just decided to run it. Soft plays on the power play, but it is early doors now.
Yeah, I'm sure both teams have been told just to be as solid as you can early on in this game. Just keep it safe, just getting the arm wrestle and probably the focus on no errors, which so far we haven't had any. I think both coaches have been happy, just ease into the game. I think everybody here knows this is going to be tight one today. It was a close game last time we played, albeit very different personnel for both teams. And today we see, like I said earlier, both teams near enough full strength. Can't see anything but it's going right to the line. And we don't want to any early mistakes from either side as far as the coaches are concerned.
Keighley, another clean set of 6. Farrell will kick from deep. One of the 7 new signings here in Keighley Park in 2025, signed from the Sheffield Eagles. We'll keep up to date with the latest scores in League 1. Cornwall 32, Newcastle 22. Swinton hosting Dewsbury, Bill North Wales, and it's Whitetail against Rochdale. We can tell you Dewsbury, who I fancy to be in the top 4, they lead Swinton and they will go by 14 points to 6. Here we go with Midlands Hurricanes, 25 out, centre field. In there and acting half is Aidan Roden. He'll go on that left-hand edge, and once again they're looking very, very lively. There's a hard chance here for Ryan Johnson. Johnson keeps them all the way towards the corner, and they're going to cross out wide here, the Midland Hurricanes, and it's an early try to the men from the Midlands. Good work there from Ryan Johnson. He broke through, and Jimmy, just when you thought the game was finding a little bit of rhythm.
And a try there for the Midland Hurricanes. We believe it was number 3, Ryan Johnson.
It's gone straight through. Great break by Ryan Johnson. Straight down, head down towards the corner. I don't think Jordy Hedges and Keighley will be too impressed with that defensive frailty.
No, it didn't. It looked like there wasn't really anything on, but just a lovely little step off Ryan. He's having a brilliant season so far. You know, he's had a few years at Sheffield. He's made the move to Midlands after a spell here on loan last year. He loves the place, and I think we've seen the best rugby out of him this season so far. And he's come up with a bit of an individual effort there to get the ball away. Put his outside money. It's just a bit of an individual class, really. And that's probably what it's going to come down to today. So first blood to Midlands. Let's see how the Cougars respond.
We might have just heard a hello Michael in the background. That's just Michael and Lee Beattie down there in the dugout of the Midland Hurricanes, doing a great job. Mark Dunning, the League One Coach of the Year for last year. So 9 gone on the clock here. An early try that's been conceded by the Cougars. Can the 2 points be converted from the touchline? Yes, they can. Superb.
Successful conversion for the Hurricanes. Number 6, Jake Sweeting. It's the Cougars 0. Midland Hurricanes 6.
Hurricanes 6. So that early try, that early breach of the Cougars defensive line by Ryan Johnson. And on his return to action, Jake Sweeting pilots that one between the posts. Well, as we said, Midland Hurricanes arrive here in West Yorkshire unbeaten after the win on the road against League One New Boys School, and then that last minute draw over Workington Town. Keighley, as we know, it's almost at that stage, despite it being early in the season, and it's only round 3, but no panic just yet, but certainly you feel this is an important game. And at what price would Jordy Hedges, Jake Webster, the rest of the do to put a price on a Keighley win this afternoon?
We've just seen a big hit from Brad England in the middle of the park, and Midlands had turned the ball over. Just what Cougars needed, really, just to settle down after that conceded try. Keighley kept the ball back at halfway. Big hit from the beat. Let's see now. This is the big test. I think. You know, we're talking about 2 undoubted top teams in League One this year, but with very different starts to the seasons. And Keighley's main task today is how they handle a little bit of adversity and make sure those heads don't drop and they stay in this game, take it all the way through the formation.
Keighley do have a full set inside the Midlands half of the field, and that will give Jordy Hedges and the Cougars an opportunity to potentially get themselves back in this game. There's a big crunching tackle there on Nolan Tapia, who's dumped 10 metres to the right hand side of the post, 10 metres out. They're going to enter the 10-metre line of the Midland Hurricanes here with Lucas Green, the ones from Wolves Low knee. England's lifted above the horizontal. They get a very dangerous tackle. It will be another penalty here to the Keighley Cougars. It's right in front of the post. I don't think, considering the importance of this fixture, Jordy Hedges is going to think about 2. He's going to give the message on for Flanagan to attack the ball, which they will. So this is back-to-back sets now that the Cougars are going to put on the Midland Hurricanes. So centre field, 10 metres out, and it'll be George Flanagan who will attack the ball, and Jordan Schofield who takes it in on tackle number 1. They're 5 away, just to the right-hand side of the post. Flanagan, now to Miller, to Farrell, to Pickett. By the Midlands, so 3 penalties inside the opening 10 minutes. The visitors have conceded. The referee playing more from Castleford. One Championship League One experience. He says that is for a high tackle. So once again, Keighley, 3rd consecutive set of 6 on this Midlands line. They'll attack the ball 10 metres out. England tackle 1, Flanagan now to Farrell, to Miller, good looking quality. Tackle that one, it has to be dramatic crime because Keighley, and it exposed the Midlands on that right edge. They're now going to reassert themselves and come back down the middle here with Schofield. Flanagan looks again, options to the left, gives it to Green, to Farrell, to Pickett.
It's the Cougars line, 5, Louis Walkley. Really sponsored by Ingram and Longley Primary School.
from the touchline here, but if he gets missing, it's all fair. It's the exact response, I'm sure, that Jordan Hedges and everyone would have wanted to see.
As we said, 3 consecutive sets of 6 after those 3 penalties. Absolutely crucial that Keighley did breach the line. Lovely cut-out ball from Brandon Pickersgill, it must be said. Walked it ever so slightly behind that player. He had to reach forward. So that shot to that pass, and now Miller from this main stand touchline. He catches the wing, and it just drifts across the face.
It's the Cougars 4, Midland Hurricanes 6. Cheers, Smiley.
8 minutes gone on the clock, and it is Keighley Cougars 4, Midland Hurricanes 6 here at Cougar Park. Halifax leading Featherstone by 10 points to 0 at the Shea. Well, it's going from bad to worse, you feel, for Featherstone Rovers. Already there's been a player crisis meeting at Post Office Road. Witness leading Doncaster 6-0, 0-0, battling against York and currently scoreless at Oldham, London. A lot to get excited about in Championship and League One in 2025. Certainly a lot more unpredictable than the Super League. Well, Oldham, we said it was 0-0, but Oldham are leading 10-0 now, so we're a little bit behind on certain scoreboard aspects, but here at Cougar Park, Keighley 4, Midlands 6, real good intensity to this one, as we see Flanagan now the dummy half on the restart to Green. Green just shy of halfway on tackle 4, 1 to go on this set, a good clean set after points as England carries Keighley into the Midlands half by 5 metres. They are on the last. Flanagan to Farrell, high hanging kick, that's caught the wind again, but Ross Oakes does a very, very good job. But once again, we're seeing this new rule in force here. Referee Kevin Moore calling that kick chase from the Cougars. He said they were passive to start with, they've got involved inside the 10, they've then become active, and that now will be Midland's first penalty, and we are going to see a full set of 6, 35 metres out from the Keighley line, although there is a second ball on the field. But what do you think Mark Dunning will be wanting from his side here on this set after conceding their first point?
I think he put out to the set, make sure they're complete, and just try and keep Keighley tucked in their own half a little bit. Keighley have certainly had the better of it since their first try, so just try and take a little bit of the speed out of the game, a bit of the sting, and yeah, just a good completion to the set. Although they're playing it out right here, so they're going through, so it's a good net.
Corner is over. It is an immediate response from the Midland Hurricanes. Once again proving that discipline.
And a try there for the Midland Hurricanes, number 1, Tom Horner.
This afternoon you feel the kick chase there from Farrell on the last. The referee, he was bellowing to the Keighley kick chase. You were inside the 10. They didn't listen, they didn't heed the warning. And then it was Sweeting's boot to touch, and from 30 metres out, 2 tackles into that fresh set of 6, Midland Hurricanes move the ball from right to left, a lovely sweeping move, and it is the Midland Hurricanes full-back Tom Horner who goes right over in that far stand corner. That will not be pleasing Jordan Hedges and the Keighley Cougars coaching staff. Defensive frailties exposed there on that play. Once again, Sweeting right on that far stand corner. Can he navigate the difficulty of the width and also the wind? Whitehaven leading Rochdale at the rec by 4 points to 0. So a lot of points scored early doors here. Featherstone have hit back at the Shea. A real battle royal for that one. Just a quick reminder, next weekend, next Sunday, from 2:30. They don't get much bigger than this in the Championship. Featherstone Rovers against the Bradford Bulls. As we see Sweeting trying to navigate against the wind, and that one, well, it was a valiant effort there from Sweeting.
It's the Cougars 4, Hurricanes 10.
Side of the ball.
Cougars substitution, Mark Ione and Aaron Brown come on to replace George Flanagan and Jordan Schofield.
On the clock here at Cougar Park. As structure earlier, syndicated coverage with Cougars TV. It is Midland Hurricanes who lead by 10 points to 4. But from what we've seen in the opening quarter, short of very little between these two sides. Both sides scoring on the back of each other's discipline. Both sides scoring on the back of each other's ill discipline.
Yeah, no, we commented after the first 5 minutes of the game, it looked like both teams were being very disciplined and just got through the sets. Keep it simple. A few penalties, and like you say, tries to get both teams on the back of it. So sure, all the messages the coaches are getting on now is just tighten up, don't give anything away. Because it shows that both teams in attack today are going to put points on the board if they're given opportunities.
The Midland Hurricanes on the restart after the try from Todd Horner. They're 25 shy of halfway, moving the ball forward down the middle here. Mikey Wood's calling for the ball on this play, but it goes behind him. There'll be a kick on tackle 4. That's a bit of a wobbler off the boot from Sweeting, but Billy Walkley lets that run bounce, picks it up on his own 10 to the 15. And Billy Walkley wrapped up there in a bit of a crunch and a munch tackle there. It was instigated there by Aaron Willis, the back row forward for the Midland Hurricanes. And look at this defence here for the Midlands, 2 tackles in. They're almost looking round now, Keighley, for who wants to pick the ball up. It will be the interchange. Aaron Brown has just come on, who takes that in out of dummy half. So 10 shy of halfway. Mark Ionic, big collision from him, and he's wrapped up on what is now tackled 4. 1 to go here from the Cougars. Farrell to Bentley. Bentley's gone without the ball. Midlands recovered possession. That, to be fair, is only Keighley's first error in open play here in exactly 20 minutes gone, but it has given soft, cheap possession and also territory to the Midland Hurricanes, who are playing the ball here with Lewis Roberts. Out of dummy half, they're moving on that left-hand side, but it's a forward pass. So Midlands not able to capitalise on that error from Bentley, the second error of the afternoon from them. We've only had 3 errors. It's certainly a very good lead in the first half here. We've got 19 to go to half-time. Keighley 4, Midlands 10. It's getting a little bit sloppy, Jim.
Yeah, it's changed really quickly, hasn't it? You know, it's gone from being a very solid game to a bit topsy-turvy now. Neither team seems to be just getting into it and putting the period together in a really solid place. So, Keighley back in action. Adam Ryder, big carry. Let's see if the team can complete the set for the first time in
Ryder there from the scrum. Set restart conceded because the referee was saying that Tom Wilkinson was all over in that tackle, not allowing Ryder to get a quick play of the ball. So it is a repeat set now for the Keighley Cougars as Miller finds Pickersgill on that right hand end. He's 25 out from that Midlands try line. We've got 18 to go to half time here as we seem to pay it now. Bright young forwards off that Wellington Wolves Academy production line. He'll play the ball 20 metres out. Here it goes with Green to Farrell to Bonnet.
Scoring second time in the afternoon, number 5, Billy Walkley. Billy sponsored by England Longley Primary School.
He's just giving Jack Miller a slightly easier kick. The wind is blowing, but he's got himself about 5-10 yards in field now for this kick. So it could be a very smart bit of wing play from Billy. And there's patterns evolving here. We've had Midlands going twice down there on the left hand side and Cougars going twice on the left as well. So I think it's going to see how the teams are going to. It's clear what they're trying to do in attack, and it probably could be which team can sort the defence out of it.
Well, as you said, Jimmy, he could have gone towards the corner, backed himself to step back on the inside. Good to see a number of rugby league players here on Sunday afternoon. Huddersfield Giants walk past. Jordan Lilly, Kieran Gill also here. They'll be disappointed with what happened to Wrexham on Friday night as Miller, he's caught the wind again. Well, we saw how important it was on Friday 99.
Ulster Cougars 8, Midland Hurricanes 10.
Midlands 10. Not able to really gauge the win yet, Jack Miller. So Keighley 8, Midlands 10, 16 ago at half time here. It is West Yorkshire Radio, syndicated coverage on Cougars TV. Ross Oakes, Lewis Roberts, whilst the conversion was taking place, just having a little bit of a natter, a little bit of a investigation you might feel over the defensive shape and structure. But I think we'll be relatively pleased with what we've seen here. As we say, last time out for the Keighley Cougars, they began only 10 points to 4 at half time after Junior Howard scored before the interval. More discipline for the Cougars as they set them in that second half. All Whitehaven's points in that 20 points to 4 loss coming off the back of penalties conceded. So that's been a little bit of focus from Johnny Hedges on the importance of good discipline as we see Keighley put boot to ball from Miller. They put the ball on. It's still the last, but that's good the defence break off the Midland Hurricanes. He went high with Miller on the last, and I think it was Brad Holroyd who took it. Holroyd was going to be tackled and wrapped up, but he looked at the inside fingers of corner Keighley. Very dangerous play there, very nearly resulting in a third Keighley try, but credit to Midland Hurricanes, Jimmy, they were alert to Brandon Pickersgill, sharp shooting down the middle.
Yeah, a bit of knowledge, experience and class from Pickersgill there, just reading the play and getting the back of it. But, yeah, good defence from Midlands in the end. It's getting back down the middle now with Todd Horner. Windy playing the rest of this game, but certainly we look forward to that second half. Keighley with the wind behind them could play a big part.
Well, Keighley have just conceded their second set restart, so that will not please Jordy Hedges. As Keighley now is sweeting to Wilkinson. Wilkinson goes straight into green and brown, and they're wrapped up just around 25 out from the line, a centre field. So yeah, set restart will not help Keighley. It will give.
Substitution for the Hurricanes, number 9, Daniel Barco comes on and replaces number 14, Aidan Roden.
Live, referee plays the advantage, there'll be a high tackle involved there, and it's going to be on John Luke Kirby, who's wrapped up underneath the post. There's 2 tackles left here for Keighley to survive. As they move the ball on that left edge, it's a put into the corner. There's the first from Brad Holroyd. Clever play there from Sully Midler. It will be the first goal line dropper of the afternoon, and it is the Midland Hurricanes on the back of that second set restart. The extra tackles advancing them towards the Keighley line, and we just saw Sully Midler there, boot to ball, lovely, perfect weight on that towards the corner. An invitation for both Todd Horner and Matty Crimes. But in the end, Brad Holroyd alert to the danger and forcing it getting goal. So Midland Hurricanes back in possession. They lead Keighley by 10 points to 8 here on West Yorkshire Radio, syndicated coverage on Cougars TV. As Wilkinson, once again, big strong carry down the middle. Out the dummy half to Wood, and Mikey Wood just tries and ploughs his way through the Keighley midfield here. It's 2 away from the line. Luke's ball to Sweeting, to Horner. Roberts on the outside. Horner, I think, has just got a little bit of cramp there to give himself up, and he'll just take the tackle and get up a little bit gingerly there. So out of the dummy half once again. We're going to move it in front of the post, centre of the field, with Elliot Morris, the former Halifax Dewsbury man, does well, draws the defence, keeps the ball going. They're going towards the corner here, Midland Hurricanes, and the ball is down, and Ryan Johnson has a second, and it's all about the assists here at Cougar Park. We've seen Pickersgill and Bentley with 2 try assists for Billy Walkley.
And the try there for the Hurricanes, number 3, Ryan Johnson.
Great try assist because he sucked in 4 Midland defenders. They were short, there was space on the edges, and that is where the Midland Hurricanes went. And Mark Dunning will be absolutely purring like a Cheshire Cat here, because we've got 28 minutes gone in this first half. It's a third try for the Midland Hurricanes, and it's a second to Ryan Johnson. Elliot Morris, Jimmy, he did all the hard work there, meters, drew in the defenders, somehow smuggled the ball out, and then Keighley exposed on the edges.
Yeah, really big character Ryan Johnson. I think the introduction of Danny Barkos just sped the Midlands with it. He's so good at getting that bit of extra speed, and he's got Midlands right in the front foot. Just another wonderful bit of centre back for Ryan Johnson. It shows that when he backs himself and swings over the line and grounds by. So yeah, that's a third try down that right edge of Keighley. I imagine that's what they'll be thinking about as we go in at half time, because we're going to have to change something. We've got a new lad in from Warrington on that side. Obviously they won't have a lot of time playing together. So they need to do something, because I think if Midlands keep going that way, they're going to have more joy. So another tough kick coming in from the side, wind behind, and he's just put that inside the net post.
Well, it's
It's the Keighley Cougars 8, Midland Hurricanes 14.
Sweeting and Miller this afternoon. You almost feel anything out on the edges is going to be negated by the strength of this win, but on West Yorkshire Radio, syndicated coverage on Cougars TV, Michael Gladle, James Mack, here at Cougar Park, and the wind is just picking up somewhat, which is noticeable. Well, we've just seen Mark Dunning and Jordy Hedges bring the changes as we see Patton come on the field and Green for the Hurricanes. A few of these Keighley players coming through the Bradford Bulls Academy under Mark Dunning a couple of seasons ago. Well, Mark Dunning will be pleased here in this first half. And it was Lucas Green straight into Aaron Brown and Mark Ayor. Up to the Midlands 30-metre line, and referee Kevin Moore that Aaron Brown didn't release Lucas Green, so all of a sudden penalty count starting to even itself up, still 5 thus far, 3-2 in favour of the Cougars, but it is a second penalty to the Midland Hurricanes, and that ball will be drilled into touch. And the lady scores at the keyboard. Doncaster leading Widnes by 12 points to 6. Whitehaven leading Rochdale 16-0. And it's Swinton 10, Dewsbury 20, and London have hit back against Oldham. It's Oldham 16, London 6. So here at Cougar Park, Keighley 8, Midlands 14, heading towards half time, 8 to go on the clock. As we see Wilkinson once again, big strong carry. Marco in there and acting hard. To Sweeting, no McClelland, remember, with his injury. Sweeting takes the line on, runs lateral, shifts lateral, wrapped up 10 metres out, just to left hand side of the post. Barco now to Green down the middle. Green draws in the defence, offloads it back to Barco. Hot potato stuff here from the Midland Hurricanes. And it's John Luke Kirby who's wrapped up, and there's a tackle left here that Keighley have to try and defend and absorb, as we see Sweeting along the line to Horner. Roberts on the outside. Roberts in it. The driver. It's Lewis Roberts, the former Leeds Rhinos man, backing himself in 2025 to drop down into League One.
And a try there for the Hurricanes, number 25, Lewis Roberts.
Try for the Midland Hurricanes, who lead the Keighley Cougars by 18 points to 8. And once again, you've just seen, as Jimmy mentioned, Barco's come on, he's up the intensity, the speed of the route. Keighley not able to live with that speed and that intensity. Also take about the offload game and the passing game from the Midland Hurricanes. Keighley just not able to reset their defensive line, Jimmy.
No, we didn't have time to reset. We needed to move the ball really nicely. And evidently, Lewis Roberts, one-on-one, was doing well with it. Probably 20 kilogram swing there against his favour. He's just powering over him all around. So, yeah, another nice bit of attack. I mean, it's one of those situations where you're not sure if you attack the both teams is really essential. The defence is a little bit weak, and it's always probably a little bit of both. But it's now a kick right from the touchline for Sweeting. if he gets this, it'll make it a two-score game already. So it's a big kick because, like I say, I can't help but feel this wind is going to have a big part to play in the second half if he keeps picking up, and that'll be Keighley's favour.
Sweeten from the space that touchline. He's misjudged the wind yet again. 1 from 4 tries to 1. Keighley 8, Midlands 18. The goal kicking.
It's the Keighley Cougars 8, the Hurricanes 18.
Well, as you said, Jimmy, you mentioned the 20-kilogram difference. That was like me and you back in our primary school days, and the dinner lady saying seconds. And let's be honest, if there's a race between me and you, there'd be no contest. I'd be muscling you out of the way, and I'd be having another lot of sausage and potato smiles. Anyway, it's 8-18 here. 10-point gap, double score lead. 5 to go to half time. I think for Jordy Hedges and the Keighley Cougars, they will be hoping that they can show some defensive resilience and certainly not have their line breached heading into half time. As once again, Barco, arrogantly half lively, finds Horner. Horner's 5 shy of halfway, and it goes from bad to worse for the Featherstone Rovers, who now trail Halifax by 20 points to 6 and a share, and that will really, if that result stands, well, next week Featherstone Bradford, oh boy, the two sides desperate for a win. High hanging kick on the last here from Sully Medworth. The kickers done. They've not had much ball in the last 10 minutes. Keighley after those back-to-back tries from Johnson and Roberts. Battling York 10 and Mount Pleasant. Mark that bug out, looking for his first win. Under pressure, looking for their first win. So what can Keighley do here? They're 10 away from their own try line. They're going to move it out on this right-hand main stand side. Once again, you just look at some of the physicality coming in from these big Midlands forwards. There's a lot of effort down the middle of the mark here, restricting Keighley's go forward. As we see Brown coming hard. He's now looking for those running forwards, and that's going to be one of those young Warrington Rovers, Ewan Smith, who plays the ball shy of halfway. Miller kicks from inside the 40 on the last, bounce the ball behind for Horner, and here goes Todd Horner from the 20 to the 30, wrapped up there by Patton, Brown and Ione, and it is a fresh set of 6 here for the Midland Hurricanes. So we've got 4 minutes to go up to half time here, and it's 8 to the Keighley Cougars, 18 to the Midland Hurricanes, as we see Barco and Roberts being held in the tackle by Mark. Restart that one, living a little bit dangerously here, Keighley. As we just see Midlands just up in the ante. Green will play the ball, Barco to Wood to Sully Medworth, come back on an angle on the inside. Tackle Mark Gunn inside, looking for more points here at Cougar Park. It is the 5th and last. Medworth back on the inside to Horner. Horner immediately wraps there and dragged to the floor by Nolan Mayer. Brandon Pickersgill also involved in that tackle. 3 to go at half time. Still a 10-point advantage to the Midland Hurricanes with this difficult swirling wind. What do you think both coaches, Jimmy, are going to take into the sheds at half time?
I think they'll both be happy with how the teams have attacked. They've looked very dangerous. They'll not be happy with how they've defended. So I think they'll be looking for him to really solid up the defence and stop any penalties away. So we'll see his up mistake. The game is just going to be Midlands. Probably one last chance to get some points in this half.
2.5 to go. Miller knocking the ball on. It's Keighley's 4th error in this first half. So probably an average error count as Midlands look to execute and score from that scrum. That one is offside. It's gone into touch on the far side. But referee Kevin Moore is saying there was someone taken out off the ball from the scrum in front of the post, and I think Midland Hurricanes are going to go for 2 here. Yeah, Matt Gunning wants 2. You've got under 2 minutes to go here, Jimmy. Oh no, they've not gone for 2. They've overruled Mark Gunning. Lewis Roberts is just having a cheeky little smile there. You might see it on the camera. He's just said till he beat it, we fancy backing ourselves.
That's Lewis. He's always smiling. He don't want to laugh. Rather than just giving a load in the tackle early, he just gets up and laughs it off. He's a very happy-go-lucky character. Yeah, fair play to Midlands. I think we've come into a draw. I feel like we've certainly got the incentive at the moment, and if we can capitalise here, as Big Michael Wood lies down the middle and make it look bigger gap for Cooper to chase for the second half, it would be very wise.
Well, Russell's trying to cross the line here. Held up is the call. There's 60 seconds left. 60 seconds. 2 more tackles here on the table. Keighley 8, Midlands 18. As we head towards the half-time hooter here, here goes Lucas Green, Midland carry down the middle, and they find themselves 5 metres out on tackle 4. So 1 to go here for Mark Dunning's Midland Hurricanes. Can they breach the Cougars line for a 5th time before the half-time hooter as the ball goes back, picked up by and recovered by Horner. Last tackle, say the officials. 30 seconds to go. You almost feel this could be a crucial play here from the Midland Hurricanes. And Sweeting finds Ross, and Ross is over. Ross, he's got it down between Ryder and Walkley. Try awarded. There's just seconds to go.
And the try there for the Hurricanes, number 4, Ross Oakes.
A real sucker punch, a real blow for Keighley Jimmy. Mark Dunning wanted 2. Midland Hurricanes, they had other ideas, and instead of getting 2, they've got 4, potentially 6, as Kevin Moore acknowledges that the half-time hooter has gone. And Jake Sweeting here, he's handed over goal-kicking duties to Sully Megworth. The kick will come 10 metres in from touch, but oh boy, talk about big moments. I kind of laid the narrative with 30 to go. They're on the last tackle. Maybe go for the 1. They kept it going. They got 4. That 4 points could be absolutely crucial, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's probably made the team talk a little bit different now for both sides. Because whether he kicks it back to the missile, a few times, and he's curled it in off the wing.
Successful conversion for the Hurricanes. Number 21, Sully Medford. It's the Cougars 8.
It's a big
Hurricanes 24. Half time.
6 points into our scoring now. It's going to give Keighley all to do in the second half. But honestly, Nick, I still think it's game on. Keighley do need that first try. I think that's what it's looking at. Keighley've got to come out, get on the front foot, and get that first try. Then we'll have to turn around.
Well, the half-time hooter has been gone, and that try from Ross could be absolutely crucial come the end of all.
Ladies and gents, on the field again, unique cheer and dance. And I brought 1 or 2 parents with them, I think.
Horner, Roberts, and then Oates. Sully Megford. Getting his goal kicking account.
Don't forget the keys on me.
Let's have a look at the lady scores in League 1. As we said, Keighley not by a landslide. They'll certainly do their best to come back in this second half of the Cougars. But half time it is Lighthaven 16. We've also got games between Sweeting and Google. They trail North Wales by 6 points to 8. Still Doncaster 12. Halifax leading Featherstone by 6. And then full-time score. Another win for them. 26 points to
the benches came on, Midlands just seemed to get a few more easy yards down the middle. And I think we need to really find out in the second half how much momentum that wind's given them going from left to right, and if people can just replicate that themselves. They just look like they've got the edge in the yardage in the middle, and there's a lot of changes going on. We said this start
If you've got a half-time draw ticket, the half-time draw winning number is Orange 507. Orange 507, go see Keighley Hall of Fame bar. You won 50 quid. Orange 507. wants to get a rugby ball and run on the field.
Shown that clubs can. I mean, this is a free carousel.
Hey girl, hey!
Another defeat, they'd be 1-4 going into that game against Bradford. Bradford, as we know, just hanging on in the top 6 this weekend after a very disappointing flat showing against the Barrow Raiders. More on the Championship and League One, of course, on the full 80 minutes, which of course will be out. Well, we'll try to get it out on a Monday at 8 o'clock, but that's not always the case. It will, of course, be this week as we sprinkle some fairy dust, a bit of magic on what's great about the Championship and League One. And as I said to Super League CEO yesterday, with the greatest respect, when you do get, say, talent against Warrington or Wigan Leeds, there is a little bit of unpredictability.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on the field, the Midland Hurricanes.
As we saw on Thursday, yesterday afternoon, Castleford against Carolines, Salford against Huddersfield, anything but super. And as we said, Nigel Flood on the implementation committee that are review of the score have a lot of work to do, in my opinion, because simply, as a lot of people are realising,
make some noise, welcome back on the field, the Keighley Cougars.
second half. We will go ever so slightly up the Cougar Park slope here, left to right, for those that are watching on the live stream this afternoon, as we see them Green carry the ball just outside the Keithlands weights here. Good play the ball from Green. Brown out of dummy half to Lewis Hatton. Hatton's brought down, 8 shy of halfway. It's a good strong start to second half here from the Cougars. Mark Ione carries Keithley 5 in inside the Midlands half, and you'd expect a response from the Keighley Cougars, as we see now Miller to Tapia, and Tapia looks to offload the ball to Brown, which he does. Brown's ball is backwards off the floor, off the bootlaces of Farrell. Farrell picks it up. Farrell has to surrender and drop to the floor because he ran behind his own man there. But Chelsea now Keighley on what is the last tackle, 30 out. Miller puts boot the ball into the high swirling wind. Roberts targeting pressure. That's good kick chasing pressure from the Cougars as the former Leeds. And Leeds man Lewis Roberts plays the ball 12 out from his own try. I think Mark Dunn will be absolutely delighted with the positives from that first half where Mark Dunn saw attitude from his side. And that is certainly what you can see here from the Midland Hurricanes, who are playing with that self-belief and confidence. It's been an encouraging start to things here, leading Keighley 24-8 at half-time. They've just been awarded another set restart here because the Midland Hurricanes have been adjudged to be holding down in the tackle, so that is not the start that Jordy Hedges would have wanted, as we see Horner in possession over on that far stand side. So 3 set restarts to 1 in favour of the Midland Hurricanes. Here we see Sweeting to Kirby, and John Luke Kirby wrapped up 10 out underneath the Keighley box. Barco, Sweeting to Marcus Green. Green takes 3 red shirt Keighley defenders around him, and the 2 leaders out here underneath the post on the last. It will be Medford who's caught around the shoulder blades, say the officials, and that was good defence there. 5 metres out from the road try line. On Cougars TV, for those that are joining us this afternoon on the live stream, we've had 3 minutes gone in the second half, and certainly we've just seen a bit of confidence here from Keighley growing in that defence. So certainly a very, very courageous defensive effort, I'm sure, from the Midland Hurricanes to keep Keighley at bay, but you've just seen that reciprocated there. Lewis Hatton wants to win a penalty, on forthcoming. Brown to Ione. Ione's wrapped up there by Wallace and Barco. 5 shy of halfway. He's pushed it a little out of his mouth by Ione. Nothing forthcoming from the officials, as we see Lucas Green to Farrell. Be taken out off the ball, a Keighley player. The officials playing the advantage. We'll wait and see. Nope, they're going to say it's legal and fair. Minimal contact, it must be said, but they are on the last battle here, Keighley. Brown to Farrell, Isaac Farrell, the Jamaican international, into the in-goal area, taken in there by Tom Horner in the field of play, so he has to come straight back out, and he is going to meet Brown, Green, Tapia, 3 or 4 Keighley defenders there, wrapping up Tom Horner underneath his own post. We've had 4 gone right at the start of this second half. Keighley 8, Midlands 24. Jimmy might put this half, and we're mentioning a little bit about what Keighley need to do, but just been saying, Midlands play with that self-belief and confidence. It's going to be a real Herculean effort from Keighley to try and get themselves back in this one.
Yeah, it is. They've given themselves a lot to do, but I think we're seeing these first 4 sets of Keighley's defence. If they've got to just get into it a bit more and really rough them up, because at the moment it's looking like tale of 2 teams with different fortunes. Midlands look confident, comfortable, and Keighley's just got to find something, just a big hit from somewhere, just something to put them off their game, and just turn the tide. Great take off on Oliver. Win nearly made that.
And there goes that Warrington close slow lead. Ewan Smith has made 40 metres up to halfway. And that was laid the attacking platform here for the Keighley Cougars. So a lot of fight there in that performance and play. Great play from Holroyd to Smith. The 5 inside the Midlands half here with Walkley. 2 tries in that first half. Here's one of those big impact forwards off the bench, Leo Aliou, the formerly of the Leeds Rhinos. Had a strong showing in pre-season for Keighley against Bradford and also. Now it's going to be Miller, picks from Bill, finds connecting and completing, and we started to see a bit of cohesion here from the Cougars. The down, remember, by 24 points to 8, as we see Green to Aliyu, 10 away, tackle 4. One left here for the Cougars. Can they trouble the scoreboard operator? Right at the start of the second half, they're trying to power over here on that left-hand edge with Bentley. But Bentley is held up. Here's the last. Big play, big last tackle. Miller, crossfield kick, looking for Holroyd. Ball's come off the Midland hand. Another repeat set of 6 here for the Cougars. If you can't score via the boot of Miller with that crossfield kick, just a little bit too much of an intention there for Manny Grimes on his return to action, and they get a repeat set to the Cougars.
Yeah, I think we'll be happy with that. We've just got to keep that pressure on, keep Midlands down here. Nice crossfield kick from Jack. Grimes goes for a big take of his head, obviously. Let's see what Leo can do. He's probably as good as anyone to keep the team of getting yardage and taking a few men with him, and see if we can get some quick play on the back of him.
Lucas Green down the middle, had spells at Bradford and Widnes last season, but Keighley for the remainder of 2025 plays the ball 2 metres out. Brown goes left to Farrell, Farrell to Pickersgill, Pickersgill in easy direction, look at that line street. Suffocating defence there from Ross Oaks and the Midland Hurricanes. As we now see Brown now looking at half back down the middle back here. A little bit repetitive, a little bit one-dimensional. Can we see a catalyst, a bit of creativity from the Keighley Cougars? Leo Aliyu will just go route 1, and he's got 4 white-shirted players holding him up into the goal area, twisting, turning, can't get the ball down. Leo Aliyu back to the 10 we go, and we've got 8 minutes gone at the start of this second half, and apart from that 1 set of 6 that Midlands are on the Keighley line, it has all been the Cougars. Last tackle once again, Miller crossfield kick, looks for Smith, looks for Holroyd, Manny Grimes, another error there. Now will be a third repeat set of 6. Well, that's certainly working there from Miller. Crossfield kick, targeting Johnson, targeting Grimes. Good picture pressure from Holroyd and Smith. And all of a sudden, Midlands now leading the error count 5 errors to 4.
Yeah, carbon copy. I think we've had a bit of success the first time, so why not try it again? But by no means easy takes for Matt Grimes there, and it's Holroyd on this side, we've matched him for height, he's done enough to put him off, but we just feel now just short of the line. Let's see if they can make it pay here. They need a score.
Out of dummy half here from Brown to Aliyu. Keighley 8, Midlands 24. It has all been the Keighley Cougars right at the start of this second half. A third set of 6. Miller to Pickersgill, who's got the skeleton key to unlock this Midlands defence. Mark Dunning must be absolutely delighted and pleased with this courageous effort in defence from his side as they slammed all the shot. Mikey went straight for the legs like a lumberjack, bringing down one of those giant oak trees on the North American continent to stop Leo Aliyu. Danger not over yet though. Pickersgill hits to the corner. Walker! And Billy Walker goes past on Brandon Pickersgill's head on tackle 4. Keighley after 3 repetitive
Scoring his hat-trick of tries this afternoon, number 5, Billy Walkley. Really sponsored by Ingram and Longley Primary School.
He has to run quick to his alley. 25.
Perfectly weighted and put down, and we needed that. We're having no choice of plowing down the middle. Leo, we tried it 3 times under the sticks, but Midlands is as good a defence as anyone in this league, and just he's probably one of the best defenders in the league. Come on for the first time in Zoom Sill. So Midlands are certainly going to make it really hard for people to break them down for the rest of this half. But keep the momentum, keep coming up with little bits of special play like that. Get the next try, then we could be in for a very, very exciting last 20 minutes of this game.
Well, 10 minutes gone right at the start of this second half. Jack Miller yet to convert this afternoon. He has the opportunity to try this a 10-point game. Miller from that far stand touchline into the wind. It has gone wide again.
It's the Cougars 12, Hurricanes 24.
Come down to goal kicking, and already you feel just 30 minutes to go in this one. Keighley 12, Midlands 24. If you add all the missed kicks at goal, Keighley have dropped 6 points, Midlands have dropped 6 points. It could come down to goal kicking. It is West Yorkshire Radio, syndicated coverage with Cougars TV on the live stream at Cougar Park here this afternoon. Miller does well on the restart, and we are going to see Keighley now in the arm wrestle, really rolling up their sleeves here as Miller plays the ball a little bit gingerly, a little bit groggily. As Ali's caught on the shoulder, and the last thing that Matt Gunning and the Midlands need to do is to concede any more penalties or set restarts or come up with any errors, because they've not had the ball, I do believe, since the 34th minute. So 7 minutes now they've been starved of possession. But what can Keighley do on the restart? They're already up to halfway with Lewis Hatton on tackle 4, 1 to go. You can be rest assured Miller might be targeting Matty Crimes again, and they are shifting over on the left side. A little bit of a line break there, he's still going his Adam Ryder, the former Shrewsbury Rams man. They are on the last tackle, 10 metres out from the line. They're calling for it. Farrell to Miller, Miller to Pickersgill kicks again, and this time they are going to put bodies on the line. And it is the two-try hero in the first half, Ryan Johnson, who drops on the ball 2 metres out from his own try line. Well, I guess if you can't score, you can't force a set. Put them to ball and at least turn your opponents around. And now Midlands, as we said, there's 27 minutes to go in this one. They've still got a healthy advantage at this stage in the game by 12 points, 24 to 12. But certainly Keighley just adapting their tactics to feel here. Here goes Marcus Green, wrapped up there by Brown and Hatton. They're on the last tackle here. The 25 out from their own line. That's the dominance of the Cougars defence. As Sweeting puts boot to ball, Billy Walker takes that one from the crowd. And he now will assert his defence into attack. He's up 20 shy of halfway. Farrell in there in that free half to Holroyd. Holroyd's wrapped up 5 shy of halfway. Now Farrell out of dummy half. Green allowed to continue. As Farrell bounces off feet for the Bradford Academy youngster. Throw the ball 5 inside the Midlands half, and the atmosphere here, very enthusiastic, it's electric. You almost sense this big Keighley crowd on the could say something special could be happening. Farrell now to Miller, Miller to Pickersgill, towards Ryder on that left edge as Ryder bounces off one, bounces off two, it's a real handful here is Ryder, and he's finally going to be brought down there by Green and Barco. They're on the last tackle of Keighley, 10 metres out from that Midlands try line as it goes for Green. Miscommunication with the pass there. It's picked up here by Smith. It is the last tackle, and that's a very, very sloppy, flat aim centre 6 that will disappoint Jordy Hedges there, because you're 10 metres out. You've lost 20 metres on the play. You've not even put boot to ball, Jimmy. And a bit of miscommunication there. And I think that is going to be a real momentum changer here. Referee's going to stop the clock here, and he is going to allow Lewis Hatton to be patched up because there's claret coming from the left eye. So obviously safety first on that one. But just when Keighley have got all that momentum, a loose pass, Jimmy, it's kind of this pendulum's just ever so slightly gone in favour of the Midlands.
Yeah, I think Lucas Green has just fired it and just deep. I'd love to just see Keighley just do the same thing again and pop a little kick up onto his edge. But they're moving the ball nicely. This is the best I've seen Miller and Farrell link up this year. You know, they're actually playing together, and it's nice to see them. They're looking dangerous, but you know, when you're chasing 12 points on the scoreboard, everything's going to be bang on, and they've ended up turning the ball over here now and giving Midlands a bit of an easy start to the set. So this is the time we need that. We need him to turn the ball over quick and not let the momentum push here, because people were brilliant start to the half. We're just going to try and get this ball back quickly and get back in.
across the forehead, and he does look like a biblical figure. You almost expected the rain to come and the animals 2 by 2 to jump on the ark. Looking at Lewis Hatton there, certainly it could be an extra from an episode of Holby City or Casualty as Barco now the dummy half taking on both Smith and Aliu. And they find themselves 25 out now from that Keighley line, 25 to go to the end of the game at its conclusion, and almost expect them to try and lose it. It's up. It's a touch there by both Billy Walkley and Adam Ryder, and certainly right at the start of the second half, and we've only had 15 gone, Adam Ryder putting himself in man of the match territory, man of the match contention, but another wasted opportunity there by the Midlands. That's now their 7th error in this game. I think that money will be relatively pleased. He does have the scoreboard and the clock on his side, but it is ultimately going to be, just how much Keighley do throw at the Midland Hurricanes. As we said, certainly when you look at that performance last time out against Whitehaven in round 2, it was very close and tight in the first half. Obviously discipline issues beset them in the second half, and as we said, Keighley looking to utilise and use that spirit, that character, that resolve, that determination that they showed when they beat Midland Hurricanes here last month by 7 points to 6. Big goal. Ellis Thompson, who's just come on with Zeus Silt, forcing Keighley's 5th error of the game, and just when Keighley had 2 tackles left, there were 5 inside the Midlands half of the field. They have used their interchange forwards, and Matt Dunning and Lee Beattie. I wonder if coaches, Jimmy, pat themselves on the back when you met the interchange, and then almost instantaneously one of those players comes on with a big play like that.
I'm pretty sure they will, yeah. I'm sure they'll do a little grin giving for that one. One of those where I'm not sure there's less of a shame, because what 10 minutes Adam Ryder's had. He made 2 brilliant carries in previous set, which led to the Keighley trial. Great defence to get the ball back. Sadly, the Cougars, Midlands now at the ball back in dangerous territory. Big defensive set required here for Keighley. If Midlands score here, I feel it's game over.
Well, they've not had too many sets in the second half down here. This is only the second time in this second half, and we've got 23 minutes to go to full time, and the 10 metres out here with Marcus Green on a charge to the line, to the right hand side. They are on the last tackle now. Barco out the dummy half, and the referee's going to give a penalty in front of the courts here, and I think Mark Dunning says 2 points, and this will put the game to bed. Almost you feel with still 20 odd minutes to go here, you just feel, Jimmy, they've put the pressure, they've upped the ante. After all the Keighley pressure there, yes, they managed to narrow the gap with that try, a hat-trick score from Bill Walkley. But those are coach killers, absolute coach killers. Just like Jamie Lockingball on Friday night, allowing the ball to bounce for Luke Cresswell to go over and seal a famous win for Barrow against Bradford. Incidentally, there will be a thorough review of that one on this week's Full 80 Minutes. No stone unturned by myself. I've already upset a few people at the club with my review and analysis of that performance, but certainly I've had it throughout my 35 years of living on this earth plane. Some good, honest, hard, constructive criticism. Never hurt anyone. Here we go then. Big conversion attempt from that penalty. It is crucial.
Successful penalty goal for the Hurricanes, number 6, Jake Sweeting. It's the Cougars 12, with the Hurricanes 26.
Goal kicking Morgeau, 2 from 5, but crucially it's a free-score lead here for Midland Hurricanes. Keighley 12, Midlands 26. We've got 22 minutes left on the clock.
Keighley needed an imperfect half, and probably the first mistake of the Midlands have very important 2 points. 20 minutes for me. Keighley has just stepped straight back on it.
It's a goal line dropout. Johnson and Matty Crimes have let that one bounce, so Farrell's restart will get Keighley the goal line dropout here.
Yeah, that's absolutely perfect. The judge advised him just about to fucking field. They're getting the ball back straight away. They need a try in the next couple of minutes. I keep saying it, I don't think this game is over. It could change very quickly, but this is going to have to be a perfect 20 minutes for the best 20 minutes of our own league.
Well, people do not want to start the season not from through. They go to Dewsbury next Sunday in a huge game. Where's the fight? Where's the spirit? Where's the character? Barrow 5 away from the Midlands line. Can it be an immediate response here from Jody Hedges' side? Bentley takes it in. Bentley door slam shot. 3 defenders wrestle the back row forward back towards the 10. They're in front of the post. 10 metres out. Brown to Green to Miller. Miller just stops and lost his foot in there. Still 5 away. It's successive. Pressure on this Midlands line. Lucas Green to Farrell. They've got an overlap here with Ryder. Ryder though just tries to bust through. Walker was looking for the ball. Looking for try number 4. As it is, they're on the last. Still inside the 20. Miller crossfield kick. Targets Matty Grimes. Trapped in goal. Another goal line dropout forced as it. No, the touchdown says he somehow got the ball ahead of the Midlands try line, but look at this defence from Keighley. 2 tackles in. Midlands playing the ball on their own line. This is where you want the forwards to take off the smart 60-70 pound shirt, roll the sleeves up and just get dirty. 3 tackles gone. They're 4 metres out from their own try line. Line speed, very, very good, and that will please Jody Hedges. And they're finally just outside their own 10 here on tackle 4. Will it be an early kick? No, it won't, as we see Ross Oakes now wrapped up. Last tackle coming up. No, they've kept the ball going. Somehow have the Midland Hurricanes, as we see Lewis Roberts with it. That's back on the inside to Ross Oakes. They're on the last tackle as Ryder will wrap up Wilkinson. So last tackle coming up here for Midlands. We've got 18 to go. Brad England about to come back on the field. As we see a kick into the wing, by Billy Walkley. Looking for Keighley, Billy Walkley facing his own try line when that ball went towards the Keighley line. He didn't take it cleanly. But what can Keighley do here? Because you almost feel with 18 minutes left in this game, Keighley have got to score next. They have to score quick, because we see Ewan Smith now looking 5, 10. Maybe 15 metres there, the Warrington Wolves youngster. Another quick clear the ball. It was Brad England, and Brad England makes another 15 metres. That ball's been stolen though. Through the tackle. Penalty in the afternoon. They're second in this second half. It's Whitehaven 18, Rochdale 14, a real humdinger there. Oldham go out to 20 points to 6, and it's Halifax 24, Featherston 12. Here goes Bentley on that left-hand edge. York 16 back before. 26-12 here. Miller. Lovely line ball there to England. England's 8 metres out. Wallace went straight for the legs, wrapped him up. Out of dummy half from Brown. Brown to all the power there from Leo Aliou to breach the Midlands line, and when it mattered, a lack of composure, a lack of maturity there from Leo Aliou. He didn't ground the ball according to the officials. Oh boy, Jimmy, that's under the post. These are real coach killers for Jody Hedges here, because instead of 26-12, it's 26-18, with 16 to go. A huge moment once again in this game.
Yeah, I mean, our credit to the Midlands defence have made it very hard. It would have been 6 points, and I feel like that keeps getting missed, and that would have been huge. But they're still knocking on the door, Keith. They're doing everything they can do, really. They've just got to be really strong in defence and get that ball back as quick as possible and go again.
Well, they have conceded a set restart now of Keighley, so it is back-to-back sets, and all of a sudden, Aidan Road in there at dummy half. towards Medford. Once again, Zusil causing carnage in this Keighley defensive line. He's 8 metres out underneath the post. Midlands looking for their first try in the second half. It might just come here. There's hot potato rugby league since Horner over in the corner, and Horner's lost the ball.
God knows what happened. I'm sure whatever happened, Midlands happened.
10 points to gap, 14 to go. Jack Miller yet to find his mojo this afternoon. 5 metres in from that far stand side. This could be a thrilling finish here at Cougar Park. Miller, can he finally gauge the wind? He can! The gap is down 8.
Successful promotion for Cougar number 7, Jack Miller. It's the Cougars 18, the Midland Hurricanes 26.
One real look at what's happened. It was Farrell who put a big hit on the Midlands player. The ball was lost. Everyone was waiting for a whistle. The official, Kevin Moore, early saying that the ball didn't play off the Keighley man, so it was lost due to the ferocity of Isaac Farrell's tackle. And whilst there was a little bit of a flare-up, must have been a shirt grabbing and pushing and shoving, Billy Walker played to the whistle, and Billy Walker went 80 metres upfield, down that far-stand touchline, and that's where we are. And here the Keighley on the restart with Aaron Brown. They're up to halfway as 3 Midland defenders bring down the loose forward. He's brought down there just on that left-hand side. Farrell to Miller. Miller will kick early, tackle 4. Big physical encounter. This was 2 massive backs, 2 massive interchange benches. They're putting pressure through their defensive line speed on the spines of Pickersgill, Horner, Farrell, Miller, Stilson and Medford. Lewis Roberts halfway here for Midland Hurricanes. Rosset 30 metres out from the Keighley line as they go down the middle of the park, and the ball's it's an error, and now I'm sure Matt Dunn will be getting the message on that beside Jimmy, they've got to deal with the pressure and the adversity that Keighley are putting them under.
Every time they get the ball back, they just turn it back.
Oh, it's another penalty here. It's gone far too high. It's Aidan Roden. So 6 penalties to 3. And we might be in for a grand slam finale on West Yorkshire Radio, Cougars TV this afternoon. We've got 11 minutes to go, and this one is really proving to be the billing of one of the League One games of the day. If truth be told, we were always going to cover Yorkshire opposition this afternoon, and whilst it might have been exciting to go to the game for Halifax Ferguson, ultimately we thought Keighley Midlands would deliver and serve up something special, and it certainly is for Mark Gummins and Jordan Hodge's side. Keeper 10 away from the Midlands line now. Tapeya plays the ball. It'll go from Brown to Miller to Ione. Well, Billy Walker's up for 5. Surely he's not going to get 5 as he steps back away on the inside. Didn't want to go on the outside of Lewis Roberts, so he's wrapped up 8 away, just the left-hand side of the post. They're now in front of the post with Farrell. Farrell decides to go down the middle here with Schofield, and that's tackle 4. 1 left here for the Cougars. They're down by 8. 10 minutes to go. And all of a sudden now you feel Midlands are hanging on here for dear life.
Yeah, I think so. I think very much so. I just feel like this window is going to have a little bit to play with the momentum. It just seems like we've been looking to our right for the whole of this afternoon. The Midlands, big test now, a real test for them. They've just brought Mikey Wood back on with all his experience, probably just to calm back with him, just had a bit of composure because Keighley absolutely on top. He's selected
To the conversion number 7, Jack Miller. It's the Cougars 24, Hurricanes 26.
Short on the restart here, they're going to get it back, and no, they're not! Midlands, look at this here from Mikey Wood. He's immediately doing the calm down sign on West Yorkshire Radio, Cougars TV on the stream. What a game we've got here. Keighley Cougars 24, Midland Hurricanes 26. Well, we said last week there was a real holdinger and a very, very good game between Widnes and Warrington. I said that's one of the best games that we've covered this year. Well, this one might just top that. We are going the distance. We're saying the immortal strap line, just as we did on Friday, just as we do every week. We're very blessed that every game we cover these days is very tight and tense and close. And here we go, a big set of 6 for Mark Dunn inside. They lead by 26 points to 24. 7 minutes left on the clock. Lewis Roberts tackle 1. 20 metres out to the right hand side of the post. Johnny Bush on the shoulder blade there. On the back row forward, Aaron Willis. He'll just get up on move. He'll get to his feet. He'll play the ball. Roden now to Medford. Medford to Horner. Horner to Johnson. Johnson's on for a hat-trick. And he's wrapped up there. This is where you want to see commitment in defence. And Keighley so far being resolute. Bubbling nicely here. Hobson just walking past Jimmy. I'm sure he will be enjoying this one and hoping that his side bounce back from all this second half adversity that the Cougars are putting on the Midland Hurricanes. But oh boy, we say it every week. Championship, League One, Rugby League, the drama, the nerve-shredding drama, the unpredictable nature, two of the best rugby league competitions in the UK. Keighley 24, Midlands 26, 5 to go. Midlands have the scrum, head and feet turn away from their own line. Keighley not out of this one, Jim.
Definitely not. No, they're playing with an intensity I've not seen all year. Up to a man. There's big carries going in, there's big hits going in. I don't know if this is one of those games where if he gets a chance here, George, he's set up for a real famous crash over from dummy half. They need to get the ball back first. It's going right to the wire up. 7 would be. This could be a huge result for both teams from the end of the season, even at these early stages. Let's see who's got the nerve to hold out here.
Mark Gunning about to bring on John Luke Kirby for the final 4 minutes. They're on halfway on the last. Sweeps in, high hanging kick. Target Pickersgill. Pickersgill very, very fearless there. When you look at who was chasing. And now Keighley 10 away from the one try line. With just 4 minutes left. 2 points to down. Well, I think whatever happens here, Jordy Hedges and the new Keighley head coach, who is rumoured to be coming in the next week or so, certainly a lot to work with. If it is 0-3, they will go to Shrewsbury on the back of probably their strongest performance of the season, as we see a bit of a mid-time pass there, come from Brad England from Brandon Pickersgill. So 8 errors apiece now, and all of a sudden, Midlands on that 0 tackle, as John Luke Kirby comes on for the closing moments of this game. He replaces Hobson, who gets a bit of a right fight from Gunning, who stood there right in front, got into position, and with 3 minutes exactly to go here, Midlands could put this game to bed. Keighley 24, Midlands 26, they're right in front of the post, can he get the ball down? The officials say no, because they'll stop that ball from being grounded, and it's a very sloppy, scrappy play of the ball. There's an entanglement of bodies, arms and legs. So referee Kevin Moore will stop the clock. Eddie Roden will have to go reset and play the ball underneath the post. They're going to try and pinch one here. Over the line, held up, back to the time. Oh, 2.5 to go on the clock. Keighley 24, Midlands 26. John Luke Kirby just come on the field here. Now that would have been a story. Literally seconds after coming on to score the next one. Mikey up. And it was Mark Ione of Brad England who forced that error from Zusu. And how's the pressure? How's the blood pressure of Mark Gunning and John Hodges? He's saying he's the approach of the hand. More and more after this that they've got to first. 2 minutes to go here. It is Keighley who has the scrum. From their own line. You're almost in Hail Mary territory here. Mark Gunning does not look happy with what he's seen in the second half. He's taken off the earpiece. He probably realises there's no more influence he can help his team. And that will be the same for Jordy Hedges. Mark Ione from the scrum. Halfway. Flanagan to England. England 4 metres short of halfway. 90 seconds to go here. Flanagan to Ione. Towards Farrell. They're going towards that left hand side with Pickersgill. Ryder and Walkley were calling for the ball. Pickersgill takes a tumble. 2 to go. The game on the line on this set. Schofield 10 inside the Midlands half of the field. They're on the fifth and last with 70 seconds to go. Farrell into space. Miller keeps it going. Ryder's in the corner. Ryder scores. But this try is going to be disallowed. The officials will say the ball has gone forward from either Miller or Farrell. But the inventive quality there of Isaac Farrell, last tackle, chip over the top. into space. They recovered possession, and in the end, Riders try disallowed. They're saying knock on forward past Jimmy. It's right in that far stand corner, but Midland Hurricanes, they are just 40 seconds away here, and it looks like it will be the Midland Hurricanes who will maintain their unbeaten record, and they will host Newcastle next Sunday at their home, impressive home stadium, Alexander Stadium. Wow, just seconds to go here, Jimmy. We'll get your thoughts when the hooter goes, but this has been a real humdinger of a League One encounter. One of the best games of the season. Keighley and Midland Hurricanes, all 17 players deserve credit and respect. James Sweeting drills it out over the top, over the full time here in the end.
Final score at Cougar Park, Keighley Cougars 24, Midland Hurricanes 26. What a game that was, ladies and gentlemen.
Encouraging half-time lead of 24 points away.
Today's attendance at the Cougar Park is 1,345 people. Today's Cougar man of the match, picked players up here who wins absolutely nothing. No surprise, number 5, Billy Walkley.
He gave his little famous trick play, a little chip over the top and chase it himself, which does come off every now and then, and it very nearly did for him today. But you know, I suppose the positives for Keighley there is that they didn't roll over, they didn't give up, they showed a lot of fight and took it all the way to the end. Some big performances as they start to get personnel back. So I think fair play to Midlands for giving up in that first half and just managed to hang on and take a massive 2 points, because I just get the feeling that Keighley is starting to come now. They've had a tough pre-season, they had a tough start to the year, but from what we've seen today, we start to see glimpses of what they can do in attack and defence. So that could end up being one of the last games Keighley lose at home all year. I really believe that. So yeah, fair play to Midlands, fair play to Keighley as well. Great effort from both teams, but ultimately just a bit too much work to do for Keighley in the second half. Not maybe could have done a lot more really. So there we go, another absolute belting League One clash.
Matt Gunning takes his Midland Hurricanes coaching staff and players over towards their small scattering of supporters over on the far side. We can tell you those two results earlier: Cornwall 32, Newcastle 22, Swinton 10, Dewsbury 26. Keighley will head to the Tetley Stadium and face the Dewsbury Rams next Sunday afternoon. In the Championship, full time, it's the first win for York and Mark Applegarth, who have beat Bartley by 23 points to 10. It's looking like Alan Coleman and the Vikings will return to winning ways, leading Doncaster 26-10.
We've got results on League One: Whitehaven 24, Rochdale 12.
Beat by 13 12. They face Bradford again next